What's up, guys? Tonight, it's kind of like a late night talk, getting out some thoughts here at the library. Just had dinner, feeling pretty good. Man, like this whole life, this crazy, weird game that we are playing, we're all playing. I mean, even in my own mind, it's like I'm always trying to get somewhere. I'm trying to get ahead to the good life. I see the people around me and what I don't want to be, and then the life I want to be, the man I hope to become, and I try to do those things and live accordingly. We're always going, reaching. It's kind of like that movie, The Matrix. You've probably seen The Matrix. It's a great movie. And as I got older, like, the plot of The Matrix, the Matrix mentality of this isn't real life, like stepping back, we're the ones against the world, kind of, this is not how life really is. We get so caught up in this matrix. And then when we have this mentality, it makes us almost feel like outsiders, kind of alone, kind of like we're in this alone, and we're trying, and everyone around us is just like these low-minded people. And I think it's dangerous to think like that, because then you lose that human connection, you lose the empathy, because really we're all the same. Right? We all want similar things. We all want love and food and shelter. We all shit every day. Even the coolest guy is taking a dump. The hottest girl your one-nightest, the girl that you put up here is like doing the nastiest stuff. And we run this race, like trying to get ahead, trying to self-improve, and that's fine, that's good. Right? We're building ourselves, because I think for many people the good life seems like once I get here, then I'm going to be fulfilled. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to have the means to do what I want. And a huge part that I talk about here on the channel is like developing yourself first, so that when you get to that good life, you're already awesome, right? You're living the good life. Just because you get more money, a bigger house, a better car does not, you're already awesome. You're already being the man you want to be in a great, loving life, right? That energy shines through you. But it's tough. It's like day-to-day basis. Where do we find that joy? Where do we find that inner peace that calms down that mental chatter that we hear all day? I've been dealing with that lately. I've been, a lot of mental talk, a lot of, I just want to be real here. I want to be, like, confusion. I'm not at peace. There's this passage from this book I'm reading. This is How Adam Smith Can Change Your Life. It says, sometimes money seduces us and encourages us to do things we know deep down aren't really what we want. A lot of ink has been spilled reminding us that the rat race is run by rats. But sometimes the rat inside us takes charge and we find ourselves running the maze looking for a bigger piece of cheese. Man, that's true. Always wanting more, never enough. I hope that you guys are happy to be alive, and when you realize how awesome it is to like be alive, to not look at days as like just another day down. That's another day gone. And that song, with the solo that I did the other day, air guitar, it's Invent by Era. But in that song, the lyrics say, security in oneself can only come from within. It's very true, okay? Security for oneself can only come from within. When you look into that mirror, who do you see? The man you see, the thoughts that you have, these lenses that we're wearing for the world. Elliot Hulse talks about this. I just watched a video of his talking about we judge others. What we see in others is what we have in ourselves. Everyone is a reflection of us. We wear these lenses of, if I am feeling very sickly, very mentally out of control, then anyone I come in contact with is going to have that same tint through my lenses that I'm wearing. But imagine, being so grateful and happy and in love with the day that the people that you come in contact with are human beings alive in the same world as you, and you are so in love with life that when you see them, you are just glad to see more humans, right? You're just glad to be alive. You don't even have time or the you don't want to stop and judge, because there's no need to complain about any of this. Life is so good. I think that's a huge thing for any of us, young men, young women, in self-development, trying to better ourselves, be the strongest version of ourselves, that we come to a place where we can look into this mirror and really like who we are. Lately, what I've been dealing with is like an image. When I look in that mirror, I'm not feeling whole. And I think, as we go along in life, there's things that we do that we know are giving us momentum, are making us feel really good. Let's say working out, for example. It's why a lot of young guys want to start working out, because they know having a good, healthy body makes you feel great. There's the foods we eat make us feel great. Certain things we do, hobbies, activities, they're all pushing us, developing. And then we have these things that we do them because they provide us with some kind of stimulus, some kind of pleasure. But the things that we're going on this straight line, and then we have these things we do that are not congruent with what we have, the code that we have put in our heads of how things should be, of how I want to be. I want to be honorable. I want to be a good man. I want to be worthy. want to be loving, lovely. Then we do these things that short, temporary stimulus, or things that bring us shame, and they bump up against this path that we're following. And what happens? It causes this friction. And that friction distorts that image in the mirror. It's like it dirties that mirror up. You know, when you're brushing your teeth and you're brushing and all like the spit, or you sneeze, and then your mirror gets all nasty, and it's like distorting your image, and then you clean that thing off. It's like, holy smokes, I don't look too bad, I got a pretty good physique. So the same things, the poison drips, when I'm doing things that I know are giving me friction, that are not congruent with the mindset that I have, the foundation that I've laid out for myself, and I go against that, I feel like a virus is infecting my being, my body. It affects the people that I talk to. It makes me more bitter, subconsciously even. It sits in the back of my subconscious and affects my daily walk. It kind of puts a new tint to those lenses that I'm wearing, my outlook on life. Even if I don't realize it right away and I think, oh, it's so small. Oh, does it really matter? But I know in here that what I need to stay away from, what I need to hold on to. I just want to take an honest look at myself, because I know that there are things that I do and I battle with that are bumping into me on this path, in this life, that I would be better cutting away from, leaving on the side. So stand in that mirror. There's so many little things, man. Even escaping troubles and worries. For me, a huge one is like food. I don't have a problem with my weight because I work out, but I find myself, I will gorge myself in food. And I look back in hindsight, why do I do that? Why does food excite me so much? And if I'm honest with myself, it's like sort of an escape. Sort of an escape for that time while I'm eating. Or it's weird when you look at it again, understanding that we are the animal in us, right? When you can understand that we're animals, you realize what you're fighting against. So this weird mindset that you can understand when you look at this animal in everyone, why people do the things they do, why they snap so quickly and get so frustrated and are mean and aggressive and lazy, and just, we seem like we live in this fucked up world, man. But when you see through that, when you realize that we have these animal minds, these animalistic tendencies and instincts, and we're in life, we're constantly going for the reward, the dopamine dump, the feel good. So I just ask that you would join me and stand in that mirror, guys. The cracks in the armor, the things in your life that are causing friction. And be real with yourself. Have a great night, guys.